And welcome back, everyone. There was a delay there. Look, we've been talking about it for a while. Are they coming back? Is it over? With Rooster Teeth going under, like, what can we do? Well, their video came out today, and let me tell you, folks, Death Battle is back. As people have joked over and over again, Death Battle has survived the collapses of two, like, owned studios. The studios who own them. They survived two of them. And so, yeah, they're back. Now they are, I mean, I won't put, you can find the link on their site. I don't have to put the link in the description, but still, they are now doing a Kickstarter, along with the fact that they have their own memberships, ads, and all that, but they need our help to at least get back on track and to continue supporting them on whatever level we can. And so they have their own Kickstarter, and their initial goal, just to get started back up, was $75,000. That was the pledged goal. Currently, just today as it's gone up, $389,000, almost $390,000 they've made so far. Which means right now we have not just the two predictions I'm going to do today. I'm going to do more predictions for the ones that we can confirm that I have listed on here. You can go to their Kickstarter page. You can find them. We got obviously Bardock versus Omni-Man, that I'll do a prediction for, as well as the Bowser versus Eggman video. But also we now got two episodes beyond that as well, 4 episodes coming. Another 2, including Kratos versus Asura. Another 2, including a rematch that's going to be chosen. So I won't even give my thoughts on that for the time being. The choices are, though, Yang and Tifa, Master Chief and Doom Guy, and Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. 2 more episodes, including Mahito versus Shigaraki. And 2 more episodes, including Ash versus Yugi. So that's where they're at right now, and they're very close to getting another Torium to the point where they get Torium back from our 3D battle. And then if we hit the 450 mark, we get Simon the Digger and versus White Lantern, Kyle Rayner. And then if we hit 500,000, which again, in just one day, they are close to doing that, you get 2 more episodes of Death Battle. So we are back, baby. We are back. And because we're back, you know what else is back, folks? Me doing prediction videos. They've always gotten good views on the channel. And so with Death Battle, and by the by, you should know a little change that might be coming to the channel. Nothing that's going to change the content inherently, but I might be putting a lot more effort in pretty soon. And I thought I don't put a lot of effort in. I might be starting to go back to monetization very soon. So these views help my channel as well, but that's regardless. That's beside the point. So let's just get into it. Honestly, I didn't even think about it because I didn't think they were going to get where they were that fast. But now I'm going to have a couple more prediction videos set up pretty soon. But anyway, Bardock versus Omni-Man. So this one, look, I wouldn't say I'm a stan for Dragon Ball Z. I'm not, but I do usually concede that with lesser comic characters, I usually think that Dragon Ball Z characters are going to win, provided that the universes match up and the character you're using for Dragon Ball Z is one of the higher tier characters. Bardock does not fall into that list of characters as higher tier. That's not to say he's weak. As far as I know, like his power, the only little bit of power we know about him is like 9,500. So and I believe that's not even canon. So he's comparable well beyond to someone like Nappa, and maybe could even give Vegeta a solid fight for a little bit. But regardless, Bardock isn't necessarily the strongest of fighters. And Omni-Man while he is a Superman ripoff, definitely, and he's nowhere near as strong as Superman, indefinitely, he is still very powerful. And this is odd, because if we break him down physically, Omni-Man has almost every edge in the physical category. Physical strength, we know he broke an asteroid the size roughly of Texas, at least by his own account. He's also, with the help of the Viltrumites, destroyed a planet just by running through it. Bardock does not have that physical strength. He also doesn't have the durability of Nolan. Nolan can survive being in the sun for extended periods of time. Solar plasma is a weakness of Viltrumites, though, but still, that's even more impressive to him, that he could survive that. And they have advanced technology enough to survive some pretty lethal hits. Bardock, again, doesn't have quite that level of durability. Bardock's durable, just not that level. He can't survive a dip in the sun. The catch-all here, though, is going to be speed. Because I do think Bardock, if he doesn't have an edge in speed, can match Nolan's speed. Because these guys literally move so fast that you look like they're teleporting. That's how fast their pure speed is. And Bardock is no different either. Also, both these guys can fly without any difficulty. But Omni-Man can survive in space far more easily than Bardock can. Bardock is one of those characters that can survive in the vacuum of space. He just has to hold his breath indefinitely. But what does Bardock bring to the table that Omni-Man doesn't? Because I have literally just listed off every one of Omni-Man's skills. Strength, speed, well, physical skills anyway. Strength, endurance, his speed. He's fast enough to literally set the atmosphere of a planet on fire. Which is ridiculously fast. But beyond that, he's hundreds. I think he is hundreds of years old, and Viltrumite lives for thousands of years. So he is already more experienced than Bardock. I don't 100% guarantee though that makes him a better fighter than Bardock. Saiyans, while they're mostly brawlers, they're still warriors, and they have more form in their fighting style than, say, someone like Nolan does. Nolan is a soldier, yes, but he's not like a martial artist. Here's what it really breaks down to for me when it comes to comparing Bardock to someone else in the Dragon Ball Z power hierarchy versus Omni-Man. If Omni-Man were going against any of our core characters in terms of like Saiyans or whatnot, like Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Broly, Trunks, future Trunks even, he'd get his ass handed to him. He'd get his ass flat out handed to him. Talking about a guy who was a planetary threat, perfectly easily a planetary threat, to individuals who literally threaten the fabric of their own reality and other realities, the multiverse theoretically, with the level of power they contain in base form. So, okay, maybe that might be pushing a little. Base form, they're not necessarily threatening universes, but they're still, when you're talking about maxing their power out, that's the kind of power you're dealing with there. Bardock's never had that kind of power. But Bardock does have one or two things that aid him in this fight. He's still got the same battlefield awareness as, he's still a warrior, so he's still got training under his belt. He's constantly in the front lines. That would actually be one thing I would say against Nolan, that even though he's a soldier and has had plenty of years experience, we actually don't know how much experience he has. We assume it's more than Bardock, and I would assume that, but you can't. Bardock has spent years conquering just as much as Omni-Man has. Omni-Man, I'd also say, is the smarter of the two, so there's that. He's probably the better strategist, but Bardock has two big things, and we see one of them in the preview over Nolan. One, he's got the Uzaru transformation, which we see he's going to do. That's a 10 times multiplier on a much larger, more powerful body. That definitely would put him in the planetary destruction level as well, which is where Nolan lives. But Nolan does that through pure physical strength. Bardock would have to do it from blowing the planet with like a ki blast from his mouth or something. But along to that point, Bardock can use his ki for energy blasts. And that is going to be a very interesting conundrum. Would ki be a sufficient comparer to solar plasma, which is one of Viltrumite's real weaknesses? Oof. I have a feeling they're basically going to say no, it's not, but that it would still hurt. Because as strong as Omni-Man is, we see right when he fights the Guardians of the Globe, he can be hurt still. I can't remember the name of most of those guys, but their speeds, their version of the Flash, was able to do some legitimate damage on him. Mr. Immortal is still able to fight with him on a relatively okay playing field until Nolan gets serious enough. Sorry, pressure in my ears is a little off. Anyway, so I would definitely think that someone like Bardock, who's got not comparable experience, that's not right. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Who's also a trained warrior who's fought countless battles and definitely has honed fighting experience. Combine that with ki and the ability to fly as well, and possibly be faster than Nolan. Because while Nolan can light a planet on fire, we have that speed that's like almost instantaneous speed. I mean, we know it's not instantaneous, so it's not teleporting, but it's still fast enough that he can pretty much just disappear and reappear. The one thing I question, honestly, is are they going to give Bardock the Super Saiyan transformation? Because he does have it in his Back in Time special, but I don't know if they would give it to him. I don't. If they add Super Saiyan into the mix, then this becomes a kind of a whole new ballpark. This becomes a completely different playing field. Ugh. I am going to go with my gut, though, on this right now, and I'm going to say Omni-Man will beat Bardock. Because physically, he just kind of is, he's far more tankier than most opponents Bardock would have fought. If this were Omni-Man versus Goku, Omni-Man's getting smacked down hard. There's no way he beats Goku. There's no way he beats any of the, there's no way he beats Piccolo. I would even argue Krillin might be able to, Krillin, though, is a debatable one. But like 17, 18, I think they can beat Omni-Man, honestly. Omni-Man really isn't that big of a shit in the Dragon Ball Z world. But, this is the big but. I mean, the big old but. The banong but. If they do, in fact, give Bardock the Super Saiyan transformation, I would then go on Bardock's side. So my prediction when this battle comes out is all going to come down to if Bardock gets the Super Saiyan transformation, I'm going to go Bardock. Because then the multiplier on that is I can completely supersede Nolan at that point. But if he's only got Ozaru to go off of, I think it's still going to be a good fight. But I think Omni-Man is going to win that on sheer physicality alone. I would like to see Bardock win, but that's my thought. And I'm not going to be one of those guys, he won even without Super Saiyan, so that means I'm right. No, I will completely take the L on that. I'll be fair about that. By the way, I just remembered. This thumbnail is made by, and I do not want to be taking credit for other people's work. Let's see, where's that thumbnail? I believe it's like the Frosted one. Was that it? Was the name of the artist who made this? The Frost Knight. That's it. The Frost Knight on DeviantArt made this. Well, not DeviantArt, but for the wiki made this. So I want to give the proper shout out. I'll put it in the comments because I waited this long. I'll put in the comments comments. Info box, the description box. I'll put it in the description box. Anyway, I digress. So that's my thoughts on that particular death battle prediction. Who do you got and why? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, I'm lagging a little bit, but that's okay. My audio is more important here than me lagging. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one, and I'll see you for that death battle when it comes out. I am so glad death battle's back. But I got one more prediction due today, and then I'm going to honestly go through most of them throughout the week just to give my take on it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in a little while.